The Yuuzhan Vong were one of the most dangerous enemies the galaxy had ever encountered. Appearing long after the fall of the Galactic Empire, they were not just another invading force. They were something entirely different. A species immune to the Force and devoted to pain, sacrifice, and religious fanaticism. Their invasion would nearly destroy the New Republic and permanently change the Star Wars galaxy. Unlike the Sith or the Empire, the Yuuzhan Vong did not come from within the galaxy. They originated in another galaxy entirely, driven from their home by a long and devastating civil war. Over generations, they became a nomadic species, obsessed with survival through strength and suffering. By the time they had reached the Star Wars galaxy, war was not just a necessity for them, it was a sacred duty. One of the Yuuzhan Vong's most terrifying traits was their absence from the Force. The Jedi could not sense them the way they could other living beings. To the Jedi, the Yuuzhan Vong felt like empty voids in the Force, making them extremely difficult to fight or predict. This single trait alone shattered centuries of Jedi combat doctrine. Yuuzhan Vong society was built entirely around religion and pain. They worshipped their gods through suffering, believing that physical pain brought spiritual clarity. Scars and mutilation were marks of honor, not weakness. Advancement within their society required ritual sacrifice, and mercy was viewed as heresy. Their culture left no room for compromise. Their technology was just as alien as their beliefs. The Yuuzhan Vong rejected machines entirely, viewing them as corrupt and lifeless. Instead, they used biotechnology, living weapons, living ships, and living armor grown rather than built. Their starships were massive organic creatures capable of traveling through space and attacking enemy fleets. Their weapons fired living projectiles, and their armor bonded directly to their bodies. When the Yuuzhan Vong invaded the galaxy, they struck without warning. Entire worlds were attacked and reshaped in an act they called terraforming, transforming planets into twisted reflections of their homeworld. One of the most devastating moments of the invasion was the destruction of Coruscant, the political heart of the galaxy. Its fall shocked the New Republic and proved that the Yuuzhan Vong were unlike any enemy faced before. The invasion, known as the Yuuzhan Vong War, lasted several years and claimed trillions of lives. The New Republic struggled to respond, weakened by political division and disbelief. Traditional fleets and strategies failed against the Yuuzhan Vong biotechnology, forcing the galaxy to adapt or be destroyed. Luke Skywalker's new Jedi Order played a critical role in resisting the invasion. Over time, the Jedi learned new ways to sense and fight the Yuuzhan Vong, discovering that while the invaders were absent from the Force, they were not beyond its influence. This realization became the turning point of the war. The conflict forced heroes and villains alike to cooperate. Former enemies, smugglers, Imperials, Jedi, and soldiers were all drawn into the single struggle for survival. The war ended only when the Yuuzhan Vong were finally defeated and offered a chance to coexist rather than conquer. The aftermath of the Yuuzhan Vong War reshaped the galaxy forever. The Jedi Order emerged changed, more cautious, and more united. The war proved that the galaxy was not alone, and that the threats could come from beyond everything the Republic, the Sith, or the Jedi had even known. The Yuuzhan Vong were not simply villains. They were a reminder that the galaxy was vast, fragile, and vulnerable. Their invasion marked the darkest and most devastating war in Star Wars history, and one whose consequences would echo for generations.